Hello everyone, welcome to Friday's guided reading time. Today's story is called The Magic Trident. I hope you'll enjoy this one. The Magic Trident. Read after me. Down, 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 under the sea was a magic kingdom. The king of the sea lived there. He had a magic trident, and when he blew on it, he could do magic. This is the trident. Let's have a look at our reading rainbow before we read any more of the story. And to start with, I want us to talk about the setting of the story. The setting means the place where the story is happening. Can you, if I hold the book up, can you tell me something about the setting of this story? Use the sentence starter. The setting of this story is, and here's the picture. Pause the video and have a think. Yes, the setting of the story is under the sea. There are lots of sea creatures there. The setting of the story is right at the bottom of the sea because we can see the seabed here. Let's read on and find out what this story is about. One day, Nipper the crab asked the king of the sea, "Can you do some magic for me?" "If you like," said the king. "Come with me." The king saw a fish. He blew on his magic trident. Now the fish was red and blue. "Thank you," said the fish. "That's all the magic I am doing for one day," said the king. And he went to sleep. Nipper looked at the magic trident. "If I had that trident, I could do magic too," he said. Now, you know a lot about stories. You've read lots of stories. And I wonder if you can think about what's happening next. Let's go back to on our reading rainbow to making predictions. So, use all your expertise about stories that you've read before. Nipper the crab is looking at that trident. He's thinking, if I had a trident, I could do magic. What do you predict will happen next? Start your sentence with, "I predict that." Pause and think and tell me your answer. I think Nipper is going to get into trouble. I think he is going to take that trident and try to do some magic, but he's only a little crab who doesn't know much about magic. I think there could be problems. Let's see what happens next. So Nipper ran off with the trident. "Now I am just like the king of the sea," he said. Just then Nipper saw a fish. "I will make that fish go red and blue," he said. Nipper blew on the magic trident. But the fish didn't go red and blue. The fish had a green hat on. Who put this hat on me? Said the fish. I did, said Nipper. I'm not very good at magic. Just then, Big Mouth the whale swam up. He looked at the fish in the hat. Ha ha ha, Big Mouth laughed. The fish was cross. Get this hat off of me, she said. Nipper blew on the magic trident. Now the fish had 2 hats on. Big Mouth looked at the fish. Ha ha ha, laughed Big Mouth. Then the fish looked at Big Mouth. Ha ha ha, said the fish. Now you have a hat on too, she said. Big Mouth and the fish were cross with Nipper. Do something, they said. Oh, go and get the king, said Nipper. When the king saw Big Mouth and the fish, he was very cross with Nipper. You must not play with my magic trident, he said. Give it to me. The king of the sea blew on his magic trident, and he made the hats go. Thank you, said Big Mouth and the fish. Now what will you do to Nipper, they said. The king looked at Nipper. Then he blew on his magic trident. It's going to happen. You see him? Big Mouth, the fish, and the king of the sea all laughed. Nipper was red and blue and green and pink. Poor Nipper. But we knew that when he got hold of that magic trident, nothing good would come of it, didn't we? We go back to our reading rainbow and end our story today with talking about feelings. So our sentence starter is the character feels. You could think about the king or Nipper or Big Mouth the whale and the fish. Tell me about how one of the characters feels at the end of the story. Pause the video and have a think and then tell me your answer. There's some really good ideas. Nipper's feeling maybe a bit sad, definitely sorry for himself. He doesn't want to be a stripy crab. The king was feeling a bit cross. And Big Mouth the whale and the fish, they were feeling happy probably. They were glad to see something happen to Nipper after he played a trick on them. Before you finish today, try and do a little bit of reading for yourself. And make sure that on this Friday you enjoy some lovely golden time. and I'll see you all next week. Bye.